Episode 792.
At this rate, we only need to watch for 2 more minutes. No delay at all.
Wolfhead was at it again with the trash talk. If Joyful Sheep weren't a cleric, he'd have challenged Wolfhead to a duel long ago.
Hey, Big Head Garlic, your whole team just got wiped. What are you still bragging about? Go find a spot to grind some XP.
Shi Zhiyong didn't answer, but one of the team members on this side did.
No rush. Once all your people are out, we'll go together. Consider it a friendly exchange.
Shi Zhiyong had been thoroughly humiliated by his arch-rival, and he just wanted to spit blood. But fate, once again, refused to cooperate. 2 more members of Shi Zhiyong's team suddenly died and respawned. Shi Zhiyong didn't even want to ask anymore, but then these 2 came over cheerfully to greet them.
The situation looks good. We've stabilized.
When Shi Zhiyong asked around, he heard news that delighted him beyond measure.
A good situation?
Shi Zhiyong was happy enough, but truth be told, his heart was pounding with anxiety, and in that regard he and Wolfhead were practically cut from the same cloth. The situation looked good, so why were people still dropping like waves, one after another?
Yes, not bad at all.
Yet the 2 players who emerged were adamant in their claims.
At first, everyone was a bit rusty, but after a few wipes, we basically figured it out. That guy's warnings were always spot on, and as long as you followed them, you were safe.
At that, Joy Sheep blushed again. Finally, she asked,
So what's the deal with you 2?
Well, it's a bit unexpected, I'll admit.
Those 2 blushed. Shi Zhiyong understood. This was the final boss of a 100-player dungeon, and they were still clearing it. If nobody had died, that would have been the real anomaly. Having figured out the situation, Joy Sheep immediately straightened his back, turned his perspective, and began staring straight at Wolfhead Math.
Waiting's fine. When we come out, I'll show you some gear you've never seen before.
Oh, come on, old sheep. Stop bluffing. Look at the time. It's barely anything. You're telling me you've already reached the final boss? Since when did our team have what it takes to set dungeon records?
Wolfhead Garlic dismissed it with utter contempt, mocking Shi Zhiyong's clumsy lie without hesitation.
Dungeon record.
Shi Zhiyong blinked. The term was foreign to him. For a clearing team, pushing into the Sky Tomb dungeon, setting records and clearing the instance felt like 2 completely unrelated things. Just as Wolfhead said this, Shi Zhiyong suddenly snapped to attention. He quickly checked the time, then glanced at the dungeon record board. But another player on the team was faster, already flipping through it. With a tone of regret, that player said,
There's no chance left.
Just then, Shi Zhiyong flipped to the leaderboard. A quick glance at the record, then an estimate of their own time. They had already run out of time. And yet, they had already fought their way to the final boss, the last step of the dungeon. By that measure, they were actually pretty close to the record on the leaderboard. That was no small feat. Their team was just a clearing party for the Sky Tomb, nowhere near the same level as the core elite squads from the major guilds, who had long since graduated from this dungeon and were already challenging the highest tier content. And yet, they still managed to carve out results like this. If everyone's gear took another step up, they might actually have a shot at breaking the dungeon record. Shi Zhiyong was momentarily lost in thought at the prospect. Even as the leader of a major guild branch like Tyrannical Ambition, he'd never imagined he'd have a shot at touching the world's dungeon record. Whether it was skill or equipment, the entire group still had a long way to go. How did they suddenly achieve such results? It was obvious, wasn't it? All because their team had gained a new knight, invincible and most handsome. This knight, whose gear was a complete mess, had actually elevated their team to such a level. Before entering the dungeon, Shi Zhiyong would have never believed it possible. But now, the proof was right before his eyes. The team had become this outstanding, and Wudi Zui Junlang's addition was the only variable. If the cause wasn't him, where else could it be? Shi Zhiyong's mind raced with a flood of thoughts. On one hand, he felt grateful for the help of such an expert. On the other, he immediately realized that this expert wasn't really part of their team. It suddenly hit him. This was the mission the guild leader had entrusted to him. He couldn't exactly say that Invincible Handsome was just a piece of trash and then quietly keep him for his own team, could he? That would be way too easy to see through. In the end, Invincible Most Handsome's strength had to be reported to the guild leader. With a performance and value like that, how could the guild possibly let him stay on their Joyful Sheep team? Joining the main branch's core team probably wouldn't cut it either. He'd need to go straight to the headquarters main team. As for his subpar gear, if the main guild team actually picked him, equipment issues would be nothing but a fleeting cloud. With the main guild's resources, kitting out a MT in no time at all was a trivial matter. Shi Jiyang's thoughts darted back and forth, 1,000 notions flooding his mind in an instant. But in the end, all that remained was a single word: regret. From his initial disdain for Wudi Zhu Junlang, to now realizing the man's value, yet knowing full well that this might be his only chance to experience it. Shi Jiyang was so lost in his sudden melancholy that he completely forgot to respond to the Wolfhead's taunt that had sparked it all.
Are you guys serious? You actually think you can set a dungeon record? Cut the act, will you?
Wolfhead was at it again.
Acting, our dungeon score is solid. You try acting and show me.
Shi Jiyang snapped back to attention and shot back a retort without missing a beat. Compared to his earlier lack of confidence, his voice now carried much more weight. After further realizing the value of Invincible Most Handsome, Joy Goat's confidence swelled even more. He was certain they'd clear the Sky Tomb today without any trouble.
Ha! Still talking tough? I swear, you don't even need a draft to spin your tall tales. Come on, let Big Bro here count 'em for you. How many holes did you leave in that story?
Wolfhead counted off on his fingers.
First off, how long has it been since this dungeon's new CD reset? And you're telling me you've already made it to the final boss? Old Yang, you think I'm some noob who's never set foot in the Sky Tomb. Second, you claim you cleared the 9th boss of Sky Tomb without a single death, yet now you're dropping like flies against the final boss. Ha! You really think I bought that?
Believe what you want. At least when your whole raid was wiping here, most of us were still fighting inside the dungeon.
Ha! I admit we played poorly today, but making up such a childish lie to make me jealous? That's pretty naive, don't you think?
You really should be jealous today. We're about to clear this dungeon.
Shi Jiyang had completely stopped caring about the embarrassment of failing the final boss now. He had simply lost his patience after being provoked by Wolfhead Swan again and again. On top of that, knowing they couldn't keep a knight who could boost the whole team left him feeling pretty down. So now his taunts were getting sharper and sharper.
Is that so? Then I'll wait right here for you to give me a reason to be jealous.
Wolfhead still wasn't buying it, but Joy Sheep had already dismissed the guy and was waiting for news with the rest of the team.